Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to the next episode review of Yashiki Hime, Season 2, and Episode 13, or 37, you can combine all the episodes together, but, Episode, Zero's Wish, and I gotta say, I loved this episode. I gotta give this another thumbs up. I really love this episode. I think, as of all the episodes I've seen so far, I think this one, how the way it goes, I think this is the best episode I've seen. Hands down, has been the best one I've seen as of yet, though. We'll have to wait until the rest of the episodes, the rest of the show progresses, but this is the best one I've seen. Because, okay, in order to do this, I just gotta progress how it goes, so, but I gotta say, this has been the best one I've seen. I really loved it. But it opens up, once again, with, Towa, blind rage, full demon rage mode, trying to kill Zero because of what she's done to her, you know, with her feelings and all that stuff, right? She's gone into a blind rage, and you know, with Zero egging her on, then she can go on and take me down, you know, then you'll be scarred for the rest of your life. But Towa is such in a blind hatred right now, she doesn't care about any of that right now. Even when Riku was blocked, is trying to hold her off, but Towa just pushes him aside forcefully. Just sends him flying back. And then Zero telling that, you know, that she's the one responsible for burning down the forest, separating her from her sister. You know, she's the one who ordered Homura, that fire god, to burn down the forest. So she ordered that. She basically caused it, and then that just further enraged Towa. Just further enraged her, and then Zero uses her staff to spray some webbing around, you know, and they're fighting. It was really well made animation for this action scene where where Zero's fighting her, she's setting all these big energy balls or shadow balls, you know, the Pokemon move Shadow Ball. I always call them Shadow Balls, because that's what they look like. You know, she's summoning a whole bunch of Shadow Balls, and Towa's deflecting on them, just slicing them, like, one time 4 at once, and she just slices through with ease, like a knife through butter. Really well done animation for these action sequences. I really enjoyed that. And then, at the same time, cutting back with Moroha, with Takachiyo and Jokin. Like, they go back down to the Tree of Ages, and explain the situation if Zero dies and Rin dies, and it's really funny that Jokin tries to go into the tree like they've been before, but all of a sudden now it doesn't work. So he keeps on going through and let alone smack himself again and again. That's why he's getting all bumped up and bruised, right? So it wasn't Moroha who beat him. He just kept on smacking himself against the tree because she keeps on trying to get through, and like they're like looking at him all confused, like, "Are you sure you did this before?" And Takachiyo's like, "I don't believe you." And then when went back with Zero, which he's gonna make this big huge blast, and Setsuna comes in, you know, and Setsuna comes in, grabs Towa and to get out of the way that huge shadow ball. And then it's when Sesshomaru arrives, and he just goes to the tree, not like easily, but then still same thing with Jock, and he still can't get through. And we see that that Rin, she's almost covered in scales, almost. It is kind of like a bit of an unsettling thing, how the way designed the scales are, and how the way it's covering her body now. It is kind of like a little bit of a creepiness to me at least. I mean, how the way the scales look on her when it start almost covering her body, it is kind of like almost kind of a creepy look to it. But Setsuna is trying to tell Towa, don't kill her, otherwise it will kill our mother, and Towa's like, I don't care about any of that, you know. Like I said, she's just too blinded with rage right now and hatred. But Setsuna stops all that when first of all, I like the fact when Setsuna just basically just bitch slaps Towa to calm her down. I actually like that. You know, she's just all of a sudden just go and bitch slap your own sister. And then that's when Setsuna gives with Toa, when the previous episode when Rin gave Setsuna, it was actually the memory of what Rin sealed away after when she got separated from her sister from the time when the forest fire, and that's when that one thing that what Jokin gave to her when the Tree of Ages disguised as manifesting itself as Kikyo, give Setsuna this, to put on her to seal away her memories, and that way to keep Rin alive but giving her dreams. And then the one moment where Setsuna was talking to Rin, and Rin's like, "This is because I took this away because you were too young for these painful memories. So that was the right time to give them to you now, basically." And Sailor is saying also save Zero as well. So she does. She goes, and then all the memories are finally return. And I really love the moment where after when Toa comes back the way she is, back to half demon. I love that they both break down and cry, and they actually legit hug each other sincerely. Toa crying, saying, "I'm sorry, I let go of your hand," and then Setsuna calling her sis again, like how at the end of the first season when she was dying, call her sis. Well, here twice she called her sis now, so she's basically acting like how she was from before when she was little, sis, calling her sis all the time. I really enjoyed that, like Toa crying, saying, "I'm sorry, I let go of your hand," and Setsuna calling her sis, same time crying, saying, "I'm sorry, I was too slow," mirroring each other, like she let go of her hand, and Setsuna couldn't keep up with her. That was a good moment, although still in the heat of battle right now, but it was a sincere moment where they legit hug each other, and Setsuna basically come back like how the way she was, they'll just break down crying, calling her twin sis, so that was a good moment. And now just Toa's just like angry. He was like, "What are you waiting for? Kill her," but Toa saying, "I no longer have a grudge against you," and saying thank you, and she's just like, "What?" And it said how when I try to save her, and then that just angered her further. It's like, "Save me!" All the nerve, and she's ready to absorb this giant shadow ball coming up. And then there's before where now Rin is completely covered. Her face, her entire body is all covered in scale. That's like kind of creepy looking the way she is. But saying, Jock says she's not gonna make it. And then that's when Setsuna sees the thread of what's connecting to Zero, and it's actually connected basically with Toga, because it's like the string of fate that goes, it's like through Toa, and behind it manifests and then Toga appears right behind her. So it gets basically, it's all because she basically kind of likes Toga so much, and when she severed that fate, when she cut the string, also everything from Zero's memories, the Rainbow Pearls come out, and it just shows we see all of her memories from the past, saying, that how the great demon will not die. Either all of us were because there were powerful demons, right? But and talk about the prophecy of the Shikon Jewel, and like Kirimaru was like kind of believing it. It makes his own destiny and all that stuff, right? Even Zero was not kind of like believing it though, and even saying that the great dog demon will not die, but he does. He died protecting the woman that he loved, his human wife, Izoe. Yeah, Izoe. Mispronounced her name, but it was Inuyasha's mother. And how devastating that was to her, and that's why she wished on the Shikon Jewel. Her tears became the pearls, removing her emotions. And while it's going on, Kirimaru is back at the windmill of time, saying, "Why do you reject me, the strongest demon?" He's just complaining to the windmill, saying, "Why you reject me?" And then he sees, he hears Akiru, because even though the dog demons, like, they saw him from before though, but Kirimaru didn't see him though. But he hears the sound. He's like, he knows that's Akiru, so he goes chasing after the sound, following him, and then it just is a way how Yeah, because for all this whole show, that Zero's been very well. She's a villain that you would love to hate, right? Yeah, but how it ends for her is like, it's kind of well, I would say I'm not saying a wholesome moment though, but it's a way for a villain to kind of like make peace with herself. You know how at the end with Naraku, he always said when he said, "Oh, this is what peace feels like." Well, now Zero has now become peace now, and just how the way she ends is because so this is the end of Zero in this episode now. Yeah, but the way she goes is that after all the memories, and because basically her obsession with Toga basically you say a spirit, talks to her. It's like, oh, you see, it's nice that you have not changed not one bit, but that's who you are. It's okay for who you are, basically. And he kind of smiles at her, and I thought I see that she was like blushing a little bit right over here. Well, because she liked him, that's why. And so he tells the twins, thanks, and then it's like, I'll leave you one more parting gift, and we get the backstory of how Rion died. So she loses her last parting gift by using her staff, showing us a flashback to how Rio died, saying that she was killed. The reason why she despises half demons because of what on the day of when Rion died, because they didn't believe about the prophecy and all that stuff. So things happen, and look what happened. And like how Rion, she died at the hands of a half demon. It was during the time when like Kirima was fighting, like he cuts this one guy in half, and then Rion is held behind from the half demon. The thing goes by the name of Sosaka. Yeah, so he's holding her from behind, and then Kirima decapitates him, but he's still in control of his body, and he stabs Rion through the back. So, and then just when he says, he says, well, for what he said though, before his head turns into a skull, then just what, say that Kinemaro saying, oh, this is my fault, and, well, yeah, that's what we get for not doing, obviously. That's what the guy Sasuke says, that's what you get for bringing a child to a battlefield. That's what he said. Oh, I'm like, yeah. I'm like, obviously, you don't bring a child or all of a sudden there's like a whole blood and death going around. You don't bring your child to the battlefield, yeah. And Kim was like, oh, this is my fault. So, but, and then Zero tells Riku, and Riku basically knows what to do. Riku stabs her. He stabs her, and then telling the half demons, telling Kirimaru, saying the half demons, you despise, are the ones that stand before me. They're the ones you despise of. But you say you will be felled by a half demon. To try to save you, they'll try to save you, or rather, Rion will. And then tells thank you, basically goodbye, and then she just withers away, And when her staff drops, it basically turns into a whole field of flowers. It's basically mirroring the same way, like what happened with Kagura, after when Naraku gave her heart back, but at the same time double crossed her by stabbing through her. She was in this field of flowers when she just withered away to the wind. It is definitely a way I see the way, like, it's definitely in a way like cut with Kagura, definitely. So I like how the way it's written and how it mirrors certain things from this to the previous show, So yeah, I do like that. It's definitely a way similar to what with Kagura. And then ends with the Zero, saying her last few words about half demons, love of demons with said demons. Don't you agree? Half demon princesses. And then when the credits are going, and then now this time we have the credits are going, and but the story still keep on going. Like the windmill of time, it turns a notch. We see Rin finally out of the tree, and Sesshomaru holding her. Definitely the way will happen. The way in the last show when when she was dead and brought back for life from the underworld. When Sesshomaru saved her from the underworld, definitely the same matter. And it was nice to see. It was nice seeing her, holding her again. And you do, like, he gives, like, a one smirk, like this. He gives a nod like that. That's the closest thing that, that's the closest smile that Sesshomaru was going to give. Because, you know, he's always this, like that. But that's the little, sort of like that. That's the closest to a smile you're going to see him give, you mean. So, and Rin saying, our girls saved Lady Zero. Jockin, he just starts bawling in tears. Funny. And then we cut back with Moroha, who's sitting at the bone ear as well. Because I mentioned that before when Sesshomaru went back into the Tree of Ages, he gave Moroha the Black Pearl, saying that your parents are in there. Yeah, I forgot to mention that already. Because I said in the preview, but I forgot to mention now. So yeah, before he went into the back of the tree, he gave Moroha the Black Pearl, saying that your parents are in there. so she's sitting at the bone ear as well, look at the Black Pearl, and Takachio's like, well, go ahead, your parents are there. And I like the fact, well, I don't know them, so I'm trying to figure out what I want to say to them first when I run into them. Fair enough, because you never officially met your parents before, so it is going to feel like an awkward thing. So again, you want to figure out the right first words to say to them, right? So I did like that. And he's like, well, if I run into them, I'll just roll the dice and see what happens, basically. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, I love Moroha, you know. So, but yeah, why not? And then all of a sudden, Akiru just walks right past. She sees him. Takachio doesn't. He's like, who are you talking to? And Kinemura arrives, like, only the blood of the dog demons can only see Akiru. Yeah, so Toa Setsu and Moroha, yeah. Yeah, so he shows up, the sky turns dark, like a purplish red, and then he goes and takes the Black Pearl now, saying that, the resting place where his corpse rests. The great dog demon's corpse. And he tells Moroha, bring the pinwheel, and yeah, bring the pinwheel from Akiru. And then that's it, you know. I mean, like, this has been a fantastic episode. All that, Rin is finally out of the tree. Her curse has been lifted. I'm like, after all this time, like, so from the first season to the halfway point of the show, Rin is finally free, curse lifted, and she's out of the tree now. And now she is free to finally hold her daughters, like she said the first time, like, I want to hold both of you in my arms. That was a sad thing when I heard her say that, and then now she's free now. And Zero, she has now finally made her peace with herself now, despite the fact of everything just being a straight hateful villain throughout this whole show. But like I said, acting away like Naraku in a way, but now she's finally made peace with herself now. She's at peace now. And now, even when the part in which he passed, Kinemura was like, "You've passed, Zero. You've passed now." But what he said about me was uncalled for. So, and now he has the Black Pearl now, and we'll have to talk about that in the next preview discussion now. So leading into that now. But yeah, this has been a really fantastic episode. I really love this episode. It's been the best one I've seen as of yet, easily. And yeah, this show has been picking up. You know, it's starting to pick up. You know, so it's been really good up to this point now. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, episode 13 or 37. Zero's wish. Finally, so we said what was the meaning of her wish, because she wanted to survive until the end, and she wanted to wanted Toa to be scarred for life for what she was going to do to her, and that was basically her wish, basically. So yeah, great episode. Loved it. So yeah, so that's episode 13 or 37. Yeah, I'll still stick with the 13, because I don't want to say it's still like episode whatever, continuing on the number. So episode 13, I really enjoyed it. I definitely give this a thumbs up, easily. I just can't wait for the next episode, which is Kirimaru of the Dawn. Wow, really great, fantastic episode. Everything I said, good up to this point. Excuse me. So, yeah, definitely love this episode. But anyway, then next we'll be discussing on the next preview. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next video, and we'll see y'all later. Once again, great episode.